Myanmar has taken a key step today to guarantee peace talks beyond the 2020 general election. State Counsellor Aung San Suu Kyi's government, the military and various armed groups signed a deal today in Nay Pyi Taw at a major peace conference. And this is Myanmar's fourth Pinlung Peace Conference held after a 2-year delay. For more, we're joined by our Myanmar correspondent, Wai Kit. So, Wai Kit, this deal guarantees there's no disruption to the peace process, but it's only one hurdle cleared in this long, drawn journey. Tell us more.
Well, I'll raise 2 points, Glenda. One, the immediate, and two, the long-term challenges. Right now in Rakhine State, Arakan Army is fiercely fighting with the Tatmadaw or the Myanmar military right now. The Arakan Army is already labelled a terrorist organization in March this year. So it wasn't involved in the Pinlong peace process. It wasn't invited to attend the peace gathering. The Myanmar government have, however, said that it's willing to negotiate further with Arakan Army, even though they are a terrorist group. But it's not going to be easy, guys, because even before Arakan Army was labelled a terror group, informal talks with them did not materialize, mainly because the leaders of Arakan Army were afraid that they might be arrested the moment they show up at these talks. So you can imagine how difficult it is going to be moving forward now that the government has labelled them a terror group. For the long-term challenge, the idea is for Myanmar's nearly 20 armed groups to sign the Nationwide Ceasefire Agreement, or the NCA, which the government sees as a prerequisite before you can officially negotiate the peace process. But observers say that it's going to be very difficult because the biggest armed group, the United Wa State Army, has very little incentive to join the NCA because already it is a self-administered region. So although it is involved in the peace process as an observer, experts say that there's very little incentive for them to give up what they have to join the NCA.
And Wai Kit, achieving peace in Myanmar will obviously benefit the region in many ways. How is Myanmar tapping the international community in this process?
Well, Steve, Myanmar is very open to the international community where the peace process is concerned. For example, the Pinlong peace conferences, they invited the diplomatic community, they were members of the UN, to observe the process so they can see for themselves firsthand just how complicated this whole process is. Now, Myanmar is also very open to international communities' donations, money which they can make good use of by perhaps fashioning peace dialogues as well as planning programs or workshops to promote ceasefires. Now, one of Myanmar's strongest supporters is of course, China. First and foremost, these two are political allies. They are trading partners. And of course, China has interests in Myanmar because it has its Belt and Road Initiative projects there. So keeping Myanmar to be a safe and secure environment will also benefit China. So you often find China nudging the armed groups to say, have conversations or have informal talks with the authorities. You may also find China opening up Yunnan, for example, or Thailand opening up Chiang Mai, for example, to welcome the leaders of the armed groups to have informal talks in a neutral environment. So in a way, you can see the international community playing its role to boost regional peace and security.
All right, many thanks for that. Wai Kit.